guys, it's Brittany. Welcome back. If you're new here, I'm a mother of 5 who is currently pregnant with her 6th, and this is my 24-week update. For me personally, hitting 24 weeks or hitting viability is a big milestone and accomplishment. My second son, I was hospitalized at 25 weeks, and I go into depth more in another video that I have posted, and I'll link it for you guys. But I was hospitalized at 25 weeks and ultimately delivered at 33. So I'm always like breathing a sigh of relief once I hit 24 weeks. You know, that just in case if I was to deliver, he has about a 50% survival rate. And the hospitals will actually intervene and do everything they can. We are, about 6.5 months pregnant, and I feel like this pregnancy is kind of all of a sudden like picking up steam. For us right now, currently, school starts in about 3 weeks. I have 4 children who are school-age children, grade school, so I know life is about to get really, really crazy. So we're going to slip into that back to school bash, have a little bit of a break, and then it's immediately what I like to call Hollow Thanksmas, which is Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And I'm going to have a baby right like smack dab in the middle of that trifecta of the mega holidays. So I feel like this pregnancy is really kind of flying by. But let's get started with weight. Sore subject. I don't like the whole gaining weight thing. I don't think anybody does. I've done it 6 times now, and each time I'm like, oh man. But my current weight is 173 pounds. No, all jokes aside, I am 163 pounds. Could my diet be better? Yes. I am a borderline low carber, and when I'm not pregnant, since my last child, I have been very low carb. So I know the reason I'm packing on the pounds is introducing anything above what I typically eat, I'm gonna immediately put on the weight. I've already been checked for diabetes earlier in this pregnancy, and I did not have it. I will be checked again here soon, and then I still periodically check myself just to make sure that I haven't developed diabetes yet in this pregnancy. I have PCOS, so my risk factors are higher. My risk factors in life are just higher for diabetes. So it's something I try to monitor. But I'm pregnant, and sometimes it's just so hard to cook fresh food that isn't processed. I'm not a sweets person, I'm more of a processed person, and what is ever easiest to grab is what I grab. I've never really had a problem with losing the baby weight. I've done it with every pregnancy, within at least 10 pounds of my pre-pregnancy weight. When I'm not pregnant, I bounce anywhere from like 128 to like 131, 132. I'm 5 feet tall. I'm a little bit curvy, not really. I'm just not skin and bones, but it's a happy weight for me, so I'm sure I'll get back down to that. So I'm 163 pounds. Shoot me. The next thing we'll go over is symptoms. So since my last update, some things have changed. I've continued to have the Braxton Hicks. I've continued to have the irritable uterus. And I have continued to have either bi-weekly, is it bi-weekly or bi-monthly or weekly ultrasound, transvaginal ultrasounds to measure my cervix. I did have a significant loss in length of cervix from my 20-week scan to my 22-week scan. I went from 4.2 down to about 2.8, 2.9. So I was put on modified bed rest from week 22 to 23. And when we rescanned it, I had gone back up to 4.1, which is fabulous. And then I go tomorrow at exactly 24 weeks for another scan, and hopefully I can put those numbers in right here and give you guys the accurate update of what I am now. Also, since that, I hate to say it, but I let myself get dehydrated, and I wound up in labor and delivery with labor symptoms. I was contracting every 5 minutes. I was in a lot of pain, and none of my tips and tricks were working to get them to space out, and I just couldn't physically drink enough water fast enough to kind of counteract it, because I didn't catch how dehydrated I was until labor had kind of already started. The good news is I was already at the hospital, or on my way to the hospital, to get my McKenna progesterone shot that I get weekly, when I kind of started to time them, and I was like, oh crap, these are 5 minutes apart. Oh crap, now they're 3 minutes apart. Okay, these ones are really starting to hurt. So the good news was, I was already there. I ended up getting a bag of fluids, and I chugged like 4 of those huge cups that they give you. And within about an hour and a half, we had gotten the contractions to where they were spacing out, and they weren't nearly as bad. So shame on me once again. I need to just make sure that I'm taking time to stop and drink water. With the heat index, it's been over 100 degrees here. I live in the South. The humidity is like 77% most days. Like, I'm dying. I have 5 other children who want to play, and there is no breaks for mom. So it's been a balancing act, and some days I've done really well, and some days clearly I have not done so well. So it has been a goal of mine to make sure that I'm taking good care of myself so I can take good care of our son. Another update is we have finally announced his name, Huxley Campbell. If you've not seen his name reveal video, you should go check that out. We had so much fun making that video. It was fun to just get our kids involved and go to like all of our favorite places. Though I wish it wasn't 100 degrees when we tried filming it. I thought we were melting during the videos. But Huxley Campbell is his name. We are so excited. Huxley had been on our list for many children, you know, as we're planning boy and girl names for the last 4 kids. We never needed the boy names. So Huxley was on the list, and we had a miscarriage between our 4th and 5th child. It was a little boy. We named him Finley. And so we thought it was so cute how Huckleberry Finn, kind of, we've been calling him that nickname, and it pays homage to his brother in heaven, Finley. So that was another reason. Like, when my husband said, oh, Huckleberry Finn, and I was like, oh, it's like Finley. I was like, that's it. That's his name. Like, it's his name. And then Campbell we got because my due date is Veterans Day. So that got us thinking, you know, as a military family, all about Veterans Day. And my husband said, you know, I would really love to pay homage to some of the guys who were killed in action with him. And it was difficult because there's more than one, sadly. So he was struggling with, you know, how does he pick one comrade over the other to name his son after. And I was driving on post once again to a doctor's appointment, and there's these big brick walls that surround the post, and when you drive in, they usually have, you know, Fort Campbell in big letters on the brick walls. And I seen Campbell, and I said, what if we named his middle name Campbell? And it kind of is like represents all of the guys. It represents, you know, his service. It represents, you know, all kinds of things to us. And I texted him, what do you think of the name Campbell? And he was like, I love it. That's it. He's done. His name's Huxley Campbell. And so it kind of just came to us matter of fact. Like, we didn't even play around with other names. It was like, nope, that's it. And then it was like, yep, that's it. We've had his name for months, and the kids knew it. So anytime we were in public and they'd be like, oh, baby Huxley, we'd be like, that's not his name. And we'd be like, no, not even close. So now they really have no idea what this kid's name is. Like, they're like, I thought you said it wasn't Huxley. So that has been, it's just been fun to be able to say his name in public and say it around friends and not have to be like just the baby, or we'd be like, baby, and we'd have to pretend like we didn't almost just say his name. Because people knew our names list for the past few years, so it was like process of elimination. Oh, also at our last ultrasound at 23 weeks and I was 3 days, they not only measured my cervix, but they also did a growth scan, and little man is chunking up. I was happy that he's measuring. Let me see, I have it written down. Let me see, right here. So he was measuring by ultrasound's best standards 24 weeks and 3 days. So he's measuring like almost exactly a week ahead, which is fine. And he was 1 pound, 7 ounces. Like, that's crazy to think. He's already like over a pound, like 1.5 pounds almost. Like, this pregnancy is just going on. My amniotic fluid looked good. I am at about 19 centimeters for my AFI, which is great because I've struggled in the past with having too much fluid, which can then make a lot of my high-risk symptoms worse. So I'm doing good, which is another sign that my diabetes, if I do have it, is under control, but I most likely don't have it. So I will get to see him again tomorrow. Some of the other things we've done is I have gotten his clothes down out of the attic, go me, and I've already sorted them, washed them. I've got a couple more that are still being like stain treated, and I have organized and put them away. So he is good from newborn and 0 to 3. So I am good on his dresser. It's organized, it's done. I've got a few more things that I would like to get done here shortly. We want to go ahead and transition our youngest into a toddler bed, since she does share a room with her 2 sisters and they do go to school. And I wanted to get this transition done and over with before they went back to school, because if you've ever had a little one who you're trying to teach to stay in their toddler bed, and then had an older one who has to go to bed by 7:30 because they get up at 5:45, because my kids catch the bus at like 6:40. This does not work out. Somebody's tired and crying. It's usually all of us. So I want to go ahead and get her switched, which then ultimately means I can move the crib into where his crib will eventually be in the boys' room, and kind of get that set up and finish decorating the boys' room, which has been so fun shopping for. I still need to get things like his crib bedding and like the little odds and ends, but you can't really buy that until you start like putting it all together. So hopefully I will get on that soon. Oh, I want to start cleaning things. Like his car seat's done, and like his boppy pillow and bassinet, all of that is still out since our last baby. And so I should probably rewash that since it's been a while. But the big thing I really want to do, since it's so hot, is take the co-sleeper outside and scrub it. Now I've washed, like, you know how like you can set it up to be the bassinet part of the co-sleeper, all of that peels off. I've washed that, but I've not washed like the netting, like the structure of it itself. And I really think that, I don't even want to tell you how old that is. We got that with our second son, and we've used it every baby. It probably needs washed. So I want to get that done. So at 24 weeks, we're just trying to I try to get like maybe one thing done a week, because it's very easy to get lost in the daily life with 5 under the age of 9. So I get lost in the daily life of just housework and cleaning and splash pad and fun and, you know, all that kind of good stuff. And this pregnancy is going by, and heaven forbid I go on bed rest, then I'm kind of screwed. I have to rely on other people to help me, and I just don't want to do that. So let's get to the goods. The belly shot. And I will warn you, you will see why I weigh what I weigh now. Because little man is growing. Oh, this is what I'm happiest in. I'm pregnant. It's 100 degrees. I want to be barefoot in a sports bra and shorts. I don't want anything else. But public and society says that I need more clothes. So this is me at my happiest. There he is in all his glory. He was just kicking, but he's being pretty good now. And from the front, the hernia's doing pretty good. Said the separation is not too much worse yet. I feel like we're getting very round through here, especially for 24 weeks. From the side, he is growing. So am I. So that is my 24-week pregnancy update. I will continue to do these every other week throughout the pregnancy unless something drastically changes. If I go on bed rest, if something happens like that, I will definitely do a separate update for that. And if you like these type of videos, if you like pregnancy updates or pregnancy related videos or mommy vlogs, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate every single one of you who follows our family on this journey, and give this video a thumbs up. Bye guys.